Okay. Thank you for coming, Shawn.
Welcome.
So, why don't you start off by telling me a bit about yourself? I don't really know much about you.
Well, I'm in my 40s now.
Mm-hmm.
Competitive bodybuilder in the amateur circuit. I've been competing since 2017. I've done probably around 10 shows so far. Yeah, and so bodybuilding is pretty much my life now. I just really just train, do my diet plans, and try and do everything to the T for my bodybuilding career. Yeah.
And how did you get into bodybuilding?
Well, after my accident, I had to go to the gym to first strengthen the muscles and build back my muscles. And then afterwards that I got like addicted. I wanted to go more. I wanted to stay longer. And then after I built the muscle back, I want to get bigger and stronger. So then I switched from the rec center gym to Gold's Gym, where a couple of my friends went. And then it's funny because one of my friends, he made me a bet for a pair of shoes. I think it was a pair of shoes. And then it was to get my body fat below 10% under 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
So I did that. I got my body fat to below 10 and started buying the shoes, but I got addicted to having like a goal.
Yeah.
A reason that to work for. So it kind of went from betting for shoes to wanting to be on stage and want to compete with others who want to prove better than themselves too. Yeah.
That's amazing. And so, would you mind telling us about the accident?
Okay, so it was in 2002. I was 18. And one night, July 22nd, I think, yeah, July 22nd, I was involved in the accident and back of my head hit the pavement. Then my friends came over, helped me down because I wanted to get up. I thought it was fine. But as far as I don't remember that day or the day before. Like it's all so what I know about that day is what I'm told by witnesses that were there. So they helped me down. And then the ambulance came, took me to a trauma hospital, which was World Columbia. And then part of my brain, the cerebellum, was bruised and swelling and pressing against my brain stem. And it was still swelling, so they had to, and more pressure on my brain stem would have killed me. So they went in and they had to take about a piece of it out. I don't know how big, how small, but so it was quit pressing my brain stem. And then I think I fell into coma. I was in coma for 6 weeks. I don't think it was induced. I think I just fell in it. And then I don't remember like how some people say they can hear things and whatnot in the coma. I couldn't. And for me, it was not exactly like what they show in movies.
Yeah.
Like in movies, guy's in coma, and then he wakes up, and he's wide awake 100% of the. And for me, I can like it's choppy. Like I can only remember the bits. Like
Mm.
I remember one of my first memories is actually the physio that I had about Colombia was again trying to have me sit up and hold myself up by using your own core and or your body.
Mhm.
And I remember that like that hurt and I didn't want to do it. Um there's just things that I just remember. Apparently I flipped off my sister one time, and same with my parents when I first woke up too. Um, so that was the coma, and then
And how did you get hurt?
was like, well, I was holding onto a vehicle and I was on a skateboard
Okay.
and I felt I don't know how if I either got a speed wobble or I hit manhole cover. I fell backwards and then the base of my head hit the
Pavement.
pavement, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so like it was a good thing my friends held me down because I think a week or two before my accident, the same thing kind of happened, and at skate park,
Oh.
like someone fell and he got back up and he went home, and then he had a nap before dinner, whatever, and he passed away in the sleep.
Oh.
So if my friends didn't hold me down, I would pass away too because my brainstem would have been corrupted. Yeah,
Oh, so you're very lucky.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And so, um, I read a bit about of your story, from your Instagram and from what you shared with me, through our emailing, and tell me about how you had the trouble breathing, right?
Well,
And
I I'm not positive, so I'm not gonna say like I'm not sure if it was on the ventilator or not for
okay.
a couple of days, but um I had uh I had pneumonia, chest infection, um, and so like you know what tricky is, when like in the movies
Yes,
you
when they
see
have
it
that
like
thing
the
there.
pencil, you see the people stab the guy in the
Yeah.
neck with pencil. That's what I had, but it wasn't pencil.
Yep.
It was actual medical equipment.
Right.
And I had two going down from my neck to the part of my lungs
Mhm.
area for trachea because the that is how I couldn't I don't
Breathe?
well yeah, like I had oxygen hooked up to it too
Oh.
because I couldn't breathe on my own.
Hmm.
Oh, I could breathe on my own, but not as much as you need.
Mm.
And then I think after 5 months, that was taken out. But it was kind of like because I was in the hospital. I was in North Columbia for 3 months, and then transferred to Langley for 3 more months, and then GF Strong, which is rehabilitation hospital in Vancouver. And so for the first like 4 or 5 months, I could not even talk. So
Oh my
it
gosh.
was it was hard to communicate with people, cause like yeah, I couldn't even write down what I was trying to say or anything. Cause okay, so when you think of a person being paralyzed,
Yeah.
you think of the up and down, like
Mhm.
from the waist up and paralyzed on waist down. But you can be paralyzed on your left side,
Oh.
not on the right side. I was paralyzed on the right side, and so I lost like all muscle on my right side. And when I was and I was righty,
Oh.
so I could not write,
Mm.
and I lost all my fine motor skills. So like I can hold the pencil, but not that good. I can't like after experiencing things like this, you realize that people take things, small things that you don't think about for granted.
Mhm.
Like, I can't type on keyboard with both hands now. I cannot write with my right hand now. Um, and my vehicle, it has like a steering knob because I can only drive with one hand now.
Mhm.
And even my gas and brake are switched around so I can use my left foot because my right foot does have the same reaction time.
Okay.
And also if like my I have like when I don't know when my hand or my foot is in space. If
Okay.
I don't know that, if I'm not looking at it, I don't know what it's doing. So like if like a lot of times if I'm just walking holding my phone or something and in my right hand, it will just give up.
Oh, I
And
see.
like it does really have the same pathways as the left hand does right now.
Okay. And so when you were in the hospital and you first woke up from coma and the parts that you can remember, like, how did you feel? Was it just were you feeling determined, like, "I'm gonna
I
beat
I
this," or
I just like what I remember how I woke up was like I woke it was like waking up from going to sleep for like one night, and like I wasn't as I can remember, there no one day I didn't think about like why me, and like what did I do, and like what did they deserve this. I just accepted it from the moment,
Oh,
and just kept thinking like how I can better myself, and like and there is no time to waste on dwelling on the
mhm,
past, on on like there's no rewind button. So
right,
like why even question? Why even think of what if?
right,
And there's it's just a waste of time and waste of energy.
and so that was your mindset right at the beginning?
I I grew up playing sports, so
Yeah,
I always knew like I guess I kind of always knew there will be like stuff in the way,
right,
and you just have to accept it, deal with it, and move on, and
yeah,
just think of how you can do it. And like when you think of trying something new, you always like think, what if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? And instead of doing that, think, what if this goes right? What
right,
happens? And like you got to focus on the
positive,
blessings,
mhm,
and then other than the negative stuff that
right.
happen to you. So yeah,
So that's always been your mindset, and
uh,
and even throughout this whole thing.
As I like to think so.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. That's probably, uh because I really believe that mindset is everything,
yeah.
right? Like, whatever you believe in, if you believe you can't do something, you can't do it. If you believe you can figure it out,
There
right?
is a saying that is, if you think you can or
You're
if you think you can't, that is the right answer.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, how long did it take you to be able to learn how to walk again and talk again?
So, what talking and after the trachea was taken out, I was trying to talk more. When I first started, like even now, you can still hear I have a different way of talking, and it was a lot worse at the beginning because those muscles weren't worked and they got weakened. Your vocal cord, my vocal cords got weakened, and so they weren't the same, and uh so I had speech therapy, and I tried to work on my speech through therapy, but it didn't really work. But the more I talk, the better it got. So
Mhm.
it's like it's just what happened. But
It's like a muscle.
yeah.
The more you work
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
the better.
and I think the cerebellum does have a a a part in the speech too. I
Mm,
know cerebellum does balance in your sight, so my balance will never be 100% back. It will be always off kilter. Um, my eyes, if I don't have my glasses on, I always see double vision.
mm,
Um, uh, what else is my left arm? I don't feel temperature change.
okay.
I don't feel. I feel minimal pain in in that arm too, and it goes a little bit down my chest back too. But it's the brain is so complex that it like so much stuff is affected by one thing,
Oh.
and so
So, and what about your other arm?
I feel pain and everything in my right arm.
Okay.
So it was just like nerve damage from my, cause it was weird because my right side is the side that was affected, but it's my left arm that doesn't feel pain. But
Oh.
yeah. And back to when you asked how long it took me to walk.
Mhm.
Um, I started walking in a standing frame and laying in the hospital. That was probably 5 or 6 months from the accident, and then the same with GF Strong. And GF Strong, I had classes.
Yeah.
I had like a physiotherapy class, and a speech therapy class, and like things to just so you can get used to being in wheelchair and doing things around your house.
Mhm.
So then and GF Song, I was walking in standing frame too. I think I may have taken a couple steps with the walking GF Song, but I didn't actually get to actually walking with a walker long after I came home because then and my parents out. So like I came home from Jeff Song. I didn't have any break. There was like no downtime. There was just I went straight from work at Jeff Song to work at home.
Mhm.
And so I had but at home I have physiotherapy.
Mhm.
kinesiologist. He would come over. We would do like stretches and little things to help me recover my mobility. And then I had a speech therapist too, and occupational therapist. I think occupational came for a while. And so I don't know exactly how long it took me to get to walking, but I knew it took me a while. It and in the stages it went from in a wheelchair to a walker to a quad cane to a normal cane to no cane now.
And that took how long to get?
Like that probably a couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because like hamstrings, I need like even hamstrings,
Right.
goes everything for all my muscles were shrunk. So and you don't realize how important those muscles are to walking until you need them.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So
And then you found your way to the gym. And so when you're training now, how does it feel different on each side?
When I train, I try to train them the same, and I think now my right side is a bit stronger than my left side now,
Okay.
because it was I think because I was more emphasizing in my head about it.
Yeah.
And like I wanted to make sure I did. So it's like it's because I don't like saying that, but I've came afar and my legs are a lot bigger now. And like so like now is normally left versus right is both versus like the way now, because both are strong, both have the same symmetry. So
that's good. Was it hard to get that at first? Or no?
I don't think so, because I did a little bit of working out before, so I kind of knew what I had to. But okay, when I was going to the rec center and I had the kinesiologist, they kind of got ingrained in me that like how to balance out and whatnot. And like when the kinesiologist would show me and help me, and help me execute and tell me what I did wrong, what I didn't right, and so.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so
she had it like ingrained in you. Yeah, that's perfect. So you learned the form, and then from there on, you just knew exactly what to do. Well, that's really cool. So I love your no bullshit excuse, no excuses. It's like, it's such an inspirational story because you hear so many people complaining about the dumbest stuff all the time. And it's like, oh my God, it drives me crazy. Like, so
it's like I'm the kryptonite to excuses.
Right? Yeah, I love it. It's amazing. And that's so cool to hear that you were like that from the beginning, right? Like that just shows how strong-willed you are and have a strong character. So now you're competing, and you've been competing since
2017.
2017.
Yeah,
okay.
So 8 years.
Okay.
Is that? I don't know. Bad math.
Yeah, I'm bad at math. Okay, so 2017, and what category do you compete in?
I start off with the physique.
Yeah.
Which is just ball shocks and you just do like 2 or 3 poses, front, back, and pretty pose. My friend Mandy is she's a IFBB
I know Mandy,
figure. Yeah, so she is papers and so like so. She calls it her papers, so
Okay.
I think it's the guy's papers.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So I did my 2 shows at 2017, 2018. Actually, I did in 2019. I did physique.
Yeah.
But then in 2019, I did also classic physique where you hit your front, side, back, side, double bicep, chest, back bicep,
Side
ab.
dry.
That's only bodybuilding.
Oh, they don't have side dry in that? Okay.
And then they have ab and thigh and their favorite classic. So you get to showcase more of what you are working on, and the posing is a lot different because with physique you're just doing like jazz hands and jazz hands.
Your hand's kind of on your hip, right?
And you gotta do that a little.
It's like
so shaky.
the men's version of bikini, kind of. Right?
Yeah, I know a couple like pro bodybuilders say that. I didn't know if I should say that. But
no, I know there's some really great physiques that compete in it, but I agree the posing is kind of boring.
And then it like you have to just do quick transitions, and so that was not working for me at all because I could not. I can barely. No, it wasn't. I could barely do it in one. Yeah. So physique, you get more with the more solid ground, but the posing. So I switched to physique and then it's like because there's no excuse why you shouldn't train your legs.
Oh
so,
yes, I know they cover their legs. So now you do classic physique.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so there's a routine with that, right?
Yes, for 60 seconds. The balance is a big issue, but I try to work with it and if I keep practicing, I find my balance might get better. So some people with the routine get a few more poses in, but it's only the routine's only for the crowd, not for the judges.
Exactly. That's how I always felt about it because I used to compete in physique and like it's not judged. It's for fun, right? You want to do it to like show off to the crowd.
Yeah, you just want to do it to entertain the fan and make them like appreciate
and do something that works for you. Yeah, that's great. And so you're gonna stay with the classic physique?
Yes.
That's awesome. And then that's the one they wear black
posing trunks, like kind of like a speedo.
That's how it is. It's better than the board shorts.
And then there's a bodybuilders who are getting into like more of the thong area. So
do you want to get into that?
But bodybuilding, I don't think I could.
Okay. Well, classic physique is great. So when's your next show?
18 weeks away Saturday, so September 20th. I'm doing the NPC Sasquatch. It's NPC amateurs with IRBB pros, and I'm doing the NPC amateur part.
Oh, nice. And where is that?
That's in Washington. So that'll be I'm looking forward to that, and I have a new coach that started this year, so that'll be my first new show with him, and so it'll be interesting to see how everything goes, and then after the NPC, the Sasquatch on September 20th, I'm doing the Van City Showdown in Burnaby, September 27th.
Oh,
So
nice.
back-to-back weekends. So
And who's your coach this year?
Aaron Jules, found Jules sculpting. So
Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know them, but that's awesome.
yeah.
And then last year you worked with Mandy?
Mandy and I had with our coaches we had Tamara Splitter,
Mhm.
and then we mutually parted ways,
Mhm.
and then I used Mandy was my coach from July to January
Oh, okay.
when I was just off season, and then I got on with Aaron Jules.
Okay. And so far so good.
Yeah, so yeah, so
That's great. What do you like about working with them? Like what's something new that you have
what
appreciated from working with them?
he's very laid back.
Mhm.
He uh the oh, okay, so this it might be weird because I'm for average person,
Yeah.
but I get bread now. I like bread. I haven't had bread for
Oh,
like yeah. So I get sourdough bread and peanut butter and jam. So
so that's good.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's good. It's funny because like when you get a certain amount of time away from the show,
Mhm.
things get pulled away. So like avocado,
Mhm.
peanut butter, fruit,
Right.
and like all those little things makes you appreciate the
Yes.
small foods and more. Yeah.
Yes. I know. I competed for a long time and I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Um that's amazing. And so to you what is the most challenging part of competing?
The balance on some poses
Mhm.
is part of most hard. But like um, building muscle isn't. It's always hard, and it's gonna be hard no matter what.
Mhm.
If you're quote unquote regular or me, so it's more about the balance and getting both my lads out
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like that. It's like the little things that don't seem hard. Like posing is super hard because you
Yes.
have so much to think of. Like from the ground up, you have to think about like like crunching the floor between feet and pushing feet so far down in
Yes.
this. So you activate core muscles and your hamstrings, and then you have
Posing's really hard.
yeah,
People don't think it's that hard, but it's
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
the most difficult thing for sure.
And then I like you don't get to breathe as much
Yeah.
because you always gotta keep everything tight. So yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to breathe,
yeah,
and it's so hot under the
yeah,
lights,
yeah.
and you feel like you're cramping up.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been to shows where like the guy beside me and at my last show, the sweat was like pulling down,
Oh,
making
wow.
river down his chest. So
Yeah, it gets sweaty up
yeah,
there.
yeah, and especially when they like want you to do it, like okay, let's move this guy to here and you are here. Let's do the posing again, and then we'll do this again. Yeah,
Yeah, it takes
yeah,
a while on
yeah,
stage. They
yeah.
just like to move you around. So, what is one of your favorite parts of bodybuilding? Like, what's the thing that makes you most excited about bodybuilding?
Um, the people that I've met, like it could be different for me from for other people because like people are like around the world know know of me. I don't know how they know me, but they do. Like I did a show a couple of years ago with Zach Smith. He's a
Mhm.
IBB pro now, and he's from Australia. and then he came back and he was doing. He's like, hey, you're Shawn, right? Like he remembered me. Like
Mhm.
it's the connections you make,
Mhm.
and like it's like wow, it's so mind blowing. Like the people from around, like the other side of the world who know of you, like I know it might sound conceited right now, but it's like it still blows my mind. Like all the people, like people say that there is myth. I don't know. Like for me, it's not true. For others, might be that bodybuilding is a very selfish sport,
Mm.
and that you don't make many friends. But like backstage of a day of
The
competition, like
best.
yeah,
The best.
everyone's complimenting the other person,
Yeah.
and like everyone's so happy, and
Yeah.
you,
There's a
yeah, yeah,
camaraderie, or right?
yeah, yeah,
Like, that's the thing about it. Even though you're competing against all these people, it's just you make the best
yeah,
friendships
yeah,
backstage, and it's so much fun. That's the one thing I miss the most, I think, about competing is, like, show day, everyone's worked so hard to get
yeah,
there,
yeah,
and then it's just kind of so goofy and fun back
yeah,
there. You're
yeah,
doing weird things, you're, like, eating eating weird foods,
yeah,
and
yeah, but
everyone's wearing bikinis, and you're, like
rice cakes and peanut
getting spray
jam. Yeah,
tanned
oh
and,
yeah, those.
bikini
I
bites.
hate the spray tan the
Well,
most.
I don't think anybody likes standing there naked getting spray tanned with a whole bunch of other people. The first time I competed, that was the weirdest thing to me. Like, I had to go to this place, and there was, like, all these women, and it was all you're all naked and get
Yeah,
spray
yeah.
tan and standing there. It's like, that was weird, but you bonded with the
Yeah,
people.
yeah, it
You really made good friendships with those people.
yeah, it is yeah, the networking you make, like the people,
Mhm.
even the people who tan,
Yeah.
um,
They're so nice too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like Jenna from Bombshell,
Yeah.
she was super nice.
Yeah, they're
Um, and I think his name was Curtis. It was I was his first person he got to do the tan on
oh.
for the competition. So like and he hadn't been tan anymore before, so I was like I was his guinea pig kind of.
That's nice. Yeah, it's so much fun backstage because it's also you're around a whole bunch of really hardworking people
Yeah,
that have all just, like, worked their butts off to get there, and it's very fun. I mean, I think I went to one show where there was weird vibes backstage,
yeah,
but, like, most of them were, like,
yeah.
the best times ever.
There is one or two bad apples, but
Mm.
there's always gonna be
In
that.
life,
Yeah.
that happens.
And the way I see it, I think most of people see it this way. Well, mm, some that I taught, anyways, that you like when the day of the show is done, you won, you won. Like the
Mhm.
trophies and everything are bonus,
Right.
the like extras, the like whatever, but it took you that long. You were that dedicated, that disciplined, that consistent, that when you wake up so day, you're like, it's finally done.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm in here.
Yeah.
And then now when you go on stage, yeah, how to be it's the happiest time in your life. And like for the first couple years, I was like I could not smile. And like I was always trying to super focused on what I was trying to do, but if you let yourself like kind of like let yourself enjoy the moment,
Mhm.
like and not just think I'm stress and anxiety how to do this,
Mhm.
and you just have a moment and just soak in the spotlight because that's what it is. They're putting a spotlight on you. And so the people, you are happy with yourself. And then, yeah, that will make them happy. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like spreads.
I always felt like the day of the show, all the stress went away.
Yeah.
Like maybe you'd wake up in the morning and be like, "Oh my gosh, this can go wrong." But the second you got to this show, it was like, "Okay, it's party time." You know, it's just like having a good time with everyone.
And then you have your candy backstage.
Yeah, you have
too.
candy. Everyone's thirsty. It's like it's just it's good times.
Yeah.
And it sounds super weird to people that don't compete because they're like, "That's weird." But no, it's the best. I agree. Um, so that's really cool. You have those shows coming up. Um, when did you know you wanted to compete? Like when did you decide the first time that you were going to compete?
Uh, Probably after with the guy when my friend bet me, I think it was like leading me to that way. And then Tamara worked out a gold when I was, and so she knew me.
Was this Gold's Burnaby?
Gordon Langley.
Oh, Gold's Langley.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I went there a couple of times. So Tamara Knight, are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know her.
Yeah. She changed the name now.
Okay.
Because her and her husband split up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, yeah. So, and then first I got her just do a diet for me because I was eating like not good at all, and she had to like increase my food, and then then we did the prep like the whole year pretty much for 2017, and then I just got after the first show I just want to keep still doing it.
That's awesome. Just got addicted to it.
Yeah.
And so when you were in the hospital, like, did the doctors tell you, like, did they tell you you're going to be able to do this again and walk, or were they the opposite and say that you're...
Well, what I have been told is that they told my parents that when I was in a coma that I might not wake up out of the coma. If I do, I might be like brain dead kind of thing, like not all there. And they said I probably won't walk again, probably won't talk again, probably won't eat again. So I'm doing like everything they're saying I won't be able to do. So like you can't let people put their own limits on you. They don't know what you are capable of. So like if you just believe in yourself, and so much more stuff can happen. So like I don't take it. I'm stubborn. I don't take authority very well sometimes. So what they said to my parents, I was like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do, and now you don't tell me what I can do.
That's awesome. So when they said that, that's exactly what you were thinking. You were like, don't tell me what I can do.
Yeah, like it picked me up. Like on their side, they only see the bad stuff.
Right.
They only hear about the bad stuff. Like they don't
see the statistics.
Yeah, and so there could be like one or two like stories that went against everything they said, but they don't know it because a lot of patients don't come back. Like
and a lot of patients don't have your mindset. And they give up.
Like and yeah, like you have to think of it more of a you're going down a path, you're something is put on the path and dragging you to another way, and who knows that that other way could be the better for you, or yeah. So unless you don't know if that path that's dragging you to is good for you or not for you until you do it. So
Right.
don't be afraid of trying something new, because that's how you evolve.
Right.
And like sometimes, like even the I'm big into like motivational speakers, whatnot. And there's a speaker called his name is Inky Johnson.
Okay.
He was going out for football, and for NFL, he was playing with I think with this college team at the time. He got hit, he got knocked out. They had to amputate his arm,
Okay.
but he has that like we him and I have the similar mindsets,
Yeah.
because like think of like all these things that go wrong, but then but all these things that go right that you are acknowledging, and then like sometimes the worst things that can happen to people can put them on the right path
Yes.
and totally turn that person around. Like I used to work at a skateboard shop.
Mhm.
I graduated high school. I didn't go to college. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, and then the accident happened, and it kind of gave me a purpose for
Mhm.
my life.
Right.
Like it like set me on the right path,
Mhm.
one that's better for me and better for it could be better for even if it could be better if my my accident makes one person's life better,
Right.
then that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Sometimes, like, bad shit happens, but it's meant to direct
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
in the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, and but that's just really awesome that you've had always had that strong work ethic. So were you like that as a kid? Like, did you have that mindset then?
Well, when I started playing hockey when I was 4 to 17, and it
Okay.
was almost always be like all year. So I was always ready for like I mm, I guess I was like I had the work ethic,
Yeah.
uh, not as much but a little bit always until this happened, and then I went to the gym and my work ethic, because I want to prove everyone wrong.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's great. And so besides competing, what do you wanna do? Like, do you wanna do you train people? Do you
I don't train
Yeah.
people. I like I would eventually like to
Yeah.
like write stuff like motivational speeches and whatnot.
Okay.
Because like I do right now, and so so if like I have like put like all these things right now, so because
Is this speeches you wrote?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I'll do. Okay, here, where's it? Okay, here's one.
Oh.
Um, okay, here's one. Yeah.
Okay.
You are thinking about quitting, but the discipline in you tells you not to quit, to get back up and try again, try again. Then when no one believes in you and turn the back on you, you pull off the impossible. You don't care that almost no one noticed. The only person you are trying to impress is you. Don't let anyone tell you how strong. Don't let anyone tell you how. Don't. Sorry.
That's okay.
Don't let anyone tell you how strong you are mentally and physically. Don't let. Oh, okay. So don't let anyone tell you how strong you are physically and mentally on their grounds.
Right.
Um.
Because
Um.
that's just their perspective.
Yeah, and don't let them instill the limitations on you. No one but you know what you can or cannot do, and you don't know until you try. They tell you it's impossible. No, it's impossible for them. You have the power in your turn. You have the power in you to turn the impossible to possible. It all starts with believing in yourself. So
That's awesome.
I am like probably like a dozen things like that, but I would eventually like to do like either like a little book or something like that, or even podcast
Yeah.
or a video blog. What was that, vlog?
Yeah.
Or even doing speeches in like in person.
Motivational
Yeah,
speeches.
yeah.
That you'd be so great at that. And so if you had I would love to hear what you would have to say to someone that say is complaining about something stupid. How about this? When someone complains they don't have time for the gym.
That you have to say your priorities.
Yeah.
Um, the people say it's expensive eating healthy, and expensive going to the gym, and then how is it not expensive? But like, have you seen how expensive it would be if you didn't go gym, didn't eat healthy? How the hospital bills and
Mm,
the doctor bills and like it's
very true.
you got to think like it's not always for yourself. Like say if your mom or dad, you are gonna take care of yourself
Mhm.
so you can spend more time with the kids and set a good example for your kids so they don't grow up and like, oh, I can just like watch TV
Right.
on the couch all day, eat bag of Doritos. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But like, you have to think of like, what kind of example are you gonna set for the people? There always going to be people watching you,
Mhm.
and it might not be obvious, but there's always a person out there, and the example you set for them is like it determines what you care, but like how much you love yourself. Like
Mhm.
if you love yourself, you have to take care of your body and like even it's been said now that scientifically having muscle makes you live longer.
Right.
So it does mean how to be like on the Schwarzenegger
Mhm.
or Chris Bumstead because people might not know now.
I think everyone knows Arnold. He's timeless.
But like you just have to keep your body moving and just do like little
Mhm.
workouts. Just keep your heart healthy and so your kids can enjoy your time with you,
Right.
and then you set a good example for your kids.
Right. So basically just do it, take care of
Yeah,
yourself. Do the
pretty
4
much,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's my
yeah,
motto is just, like, stop complaining and get to work.
yeah,
Um, do you ever have days that you do feel down? Do you ever have days that you even for a moment, you feel
yeah.
like, and what do you do?
I've had that. I had days that I felt not depressed because I don't know, like it's just like I know I'm supposed like I think that I'm supposed to look strong in
Mhm,
everyone's eyes because what I have been through and what I'm doing now.
mhm,
So I don't like to show that
mhm.
I'm down because I feel I have to put on
A
a
brave face?
fake face. But but pushing all down and bumming not it's not good.
No,
Yeah,
suppressing your
yeah,
feelings is really not good. That must feel like a lot of pressure.
yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, but and how do you cope with it, though?
Um, I'm pretty good with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I have bow, which is my fancy.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
my sisters and mine fancy.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
but bow is easier for I don't know. But he
The best
went
therapist
yeah,
ever. Yeah.
just having him there and pay him and
Yeah.
then him trying to get up and trying to lick me and so yeah.
My dogs are my best therapists and
Yeah.
friends too, like, if I'm having a bad day, they will 100% get me out
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and dogs know can sense emotion.
Mhm.
So when you are bad, when you're feeling bad, I mean, they will like cuddle you
Yeah.
more and be more empathetic and like
Give
that.
you
Yeah,
attention
yeah,
and make you feel better. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, they're the best. But that, um so that's good. So you don't keep it suppressed forever. You do let your emotions
yeah,
out. And
or I try to like get out, like weigh something down
go
or do
yeah,
something like
that's
that.
good.
Yeah,
Get it out of your system.
yeah.
But do you ever feel like that is a lot of pressure though, sometimes to have to always act strong? Or no?
Sometimes, but I deal with it,
Mhm.
and like I'm probably putting I'm thinking more pressure on myself than there actually is out
Right.
there. That's usually the case with everything. So after a while, and you kind of get used to it, and like as long as you have a time to like downtime
Yeah,
and
decompress,
yeah,
and you've got good coping
yeah,
skills, so that's good. Isn't it funny how dogs are just, like, the best, though?
yeah,
They can, like, change your whole
yeah,
life, like, I'm the same way. If I'm having a bad day, but I'm working and I need to keep my professional
yeah,
game face on,
yeah,
and I go home and I just start crying,
yeah,
and then my dogs will cheer me up right
yeah,
away,
yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
like, take him for a walk, and I forget what it was there are no problems, and
Yeah.
it's, like, super grateful because I got my little puppies that I get to
Mm.
take for a walk. So that's amazing. And what's something else like, what is something you're looking forward to doing in the future with bodybuilding?
Um, just having fun and like trying all these new places. Like last year, I went to Victoria. That
Mhm.
was fun. Um, for sure. It was super well run. Van Isle.
Yeah?
Um, and then I went to Toronto, and like it was like so. crazy because it was actually, yeah, last year the Toronto show was the biggest show Canada has ever had.
Wow.
So that like knowing that you are in front of people that are like from all over the world and it's being streamed all over the world, it's like I didn't think that would ever be the case, and like it is fun and same like. And the people, like I said like before, the people you meet. And I met Dale in Toronto, and he's from somewhere else in Canada. But like the people you met me, and like I just want to go to more
shows.
Yeah, more shows like of the local area.
Yes, I've heard that shows in the US are much better run.
Yeah.
That they're like so precise. Like they'll give you a time that like you'll be on stage at 8:15 and
Yeah.
you'll be on stage at 8:15 and they'll, it's whereas some of the shows here they're, can go on for hours and hours and hours. But
challenging seeing how big the other competitors are compared to me, because they've usually had like a couple years of their head start. So so they're usually a lot bigger guys than me, but
you're just starting, so you got a ways to go.
Yeah, just have to keep going and don't let the bad things get to me. And yeah.
And what would you say to someone right now who's struggling? What would your advice be? Or they're going through a hard time. It could be anything.
Well, you have to like quit. Well, not quit. You have to lower the amount you think about bad things that are happening. Because the more you think of it, the more it will come out.
Yes.
So if you are thinking like, I'm having a bad day because traffic was crap and whatnot.
Or say they're having they have some things going on, maybe not to the extreme of what you were going through, but I'm just saying that they're say there's something really tough.
There's a line that you get to, like, one side you have to be empathetic, but you also have to do the things you don't want to do to correct it, because nothing
is that big
comes free.
Right.
You always have to pay for it somehow.
Right.
So if you like if a person is sick, they just have to like put on, okay, I'm sick, but I still have my health, like to an extent, and then get themselves just think of all the things they can do better, and like just little tweaks during the day. Say, sunshine is good for you, so just go sit outside first, and in the peaceful too. It will like rejuvenate you.
Right.
Yeah.
So find ways to stay positive, and also, I really believe like if you're really sick, if you just think about being sick, you're gonna stay sick.
Yeah.
You need to think about positive things and have your mind think, oh, I'm going to get better. I'm going to heal. I'm going to get that, past it, and then you'll get past it. But
it's like, man, it's kind of, you have to manifest it.
Yes. What you believe will happen.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I like your style on that. It's pretty much that's the across the board answer, right? Like, be positive, get shit done.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's been so great chatting with you. Is there anything else you want to share with me or share with people?
Not on the top of my head, no.
Okay.
Thank you.
I really like your attitude, your positive attitude. I think you're really inspirational, and Good luck in your shows.
Yeah,
I know
thank
you're
you.
gonna get kick ass and
Ah,
just,
also,
yeah, well, you'll just, you keep making improvements, and
yeah,
that's all that you can do, right?
yeah,
Is focusing on improving each time.
yeah. The only competition you versus you.
Yeah, exactly. If you improved from the last show, you win.
Yeah,
Yeah. So good luck and thank you so much for being here.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay.